Yes guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today's style is going to be a bit different. I just want to have a one-on-one conversation with you and just talk about the psychology of a trader, the type of mentality you really need to have to last in this industry. And I'll be sharing some of my experiences as well, in hopes that you guys can relate with it as well and keep pushing through. And I also want to talk a bit about the industry as well and maybe give you guys some tips so you can push through. Now I'm going to keep this video just raw, unedited. I'm not going to try cut many things out of this video and just try keep it on a vulnerable personal level. So the reason I really wanted to make this video is because there's been many times in my trading journey where I felt like giving up. I felt like not wanting to pursue trading anymore. Sometimes I just felt like taking the easy way out. So I've thought about maybe just getting a regular 9 to 5 job, living a peaceful life and not stressing about trading. And although there's so many perks to trading and you can really become successful and independent and not have to answer to no one, it has a big toll on your psychology, especially when you have big dreams and you share your dreams with your family and you tell them, this is what I aspire to achieve, this is what I aspire to have, and you just create these expectations of yourself, which when you are during that learning period and you're taking losses, it can feel like, damn, am I really going to make it? And you start doubting yourself. And I'm sure some of you guys can definitely relate to this as well. And that's exactly why I want to try and encourage you to keep going through, because I was watching this YouTube video by this tech YouTuber and he was on a podcast, and the podcaster asked him, what is it that made you so successful on YouTube? And he said, who wouldn't become successful doing the same thing for 10 years? And that really hit me. It's like, damn, do you know what? Having that mindset of, you know what, I'm going to keep going until I become successful. The worst thing that happens is I'm going to keep trying until I either become successful or I end up making trading a side hustle. And at the end of the day, if I wasn't pursuing trading, I would have been stuck at that 9 to 5 anyways. So it's better for me to take a risk. It's better for me to try and pave my own path instead of just treading the same path that's been treaded on so many times, and taking that extra risk, because taking risks and taking consistent opportunities is where you create your own luck, is where you have the possibility of becoming successful. Because if you've just done a 9 to 5 your whole life, not that I'm bashing any 9 to 5s, it's very important that we do have everyone playing their own role. But anyways, if I was to just do a 9 to 5, I would be unlucky because I would not have created my own luck. I would not have put myself in certain situations, certain positions to be able to get lucky and make that one opportunity which just makes me rich or makes me a millionaire, right? And so that reminds me of a time where, since I did not take any courses, since I started trading, or well, I started learning how to trade when I was 15, and I was going to school at that time as well, so I wasn't able to really devote my full attention to trading as I wanted to, like I am now full time. So when I was going school and also learning how to trade, I did not have money to be buying courses and spending thousands of pounds on buying different courses and experimenting and all of that. So I literally just had to learn myself through YouTube, through reading blogs. And that process was really long and draining because there's so much misinformation, there's so much fluff, and sometimes you can just get overwhelmed by all of this information. Because at the end of the day, every single information you take in, you need to test it yourself. You need to back test it and understand whether it truly works for you or not. And so when I was going through the process of learning how to trade and watching these YouTube videos, it took me 2 to 3 years to even get somewhere and have some sort of profitability, because I had no guidance, right? I had no mentor. I had nobody to share my experiences with, and it was a really lonely journey. And that's the game you're in. Trading is a lonely journey. It's a one man game, and whether you're going through ups and downs, you're gonna have to face it yourself, and you don't really have anyone to talk to. And I feel like making this video, hopefully it can help and encourage you guys to sort of know that you're not the only one going through that, and that everyone does have doubts. Even the crazy successful people will definitely have doubts sometimes in their trading, especially when they hit losing streaks. And now I'm in a position where I can definitely feel confident and comfortable trading and not feel that sense of pressure because I'm starting to diversify and not fully just depend on one thing. And that's another thing I would definitely want to touch upon. If you're not profitable right now, it's very important for you to be having a stable, consistent income from something. Whether that's your 9 to 5 or whether that's a part-time job or you're doing night shifts or whatever it is, I think it's very important to have some sort of income coming in so you don't feel that desperation, that urgency to become successful in trading, to start making crazy amounts of money. And it should be rather a process where you're taking your time, making sure you're learning the foundations and progressing step by step. Like for me, for example, when I first understood market structure, the next thing for me to then understand was, all right, how do I now identify the correct significant levels that are going to hold? And then the next step was, all right, how exactly am I going to be entering this trade? And then the next trial and error process was, right, where's my stop loss going? Where's my TP going? How long am I holding till? What if it doesn't reach my TP? What if this happens? Like, it's that trial and error process of going through each and every single thing, testing it step by step, vigorously, building that confidence. So once you have completed that strategy and it's in like a Word document step by step of how exactly you're trading, and you do come on the markets, you can have confidence in yourself because you've got a track record and you know what, even if I lose this trade, as a matter of probabilities, eventually I'm gonna be winning some trades as well. If I'm losing one, I'm I'm winning 2, or out of 10 trades I'm winning 6, or I'm winning 7. And having that sort of mentality of, you know what, I'm going to keep on going, I'm going to make sure I've got this vigorous process of testing through trial and error and making it as such where losses don't affect you. Because in the beginning, that was one of the biggest things that happened. Every time I would take a loss, it will just really negatively affect me, and it will kind of drop my confidence, and I would feel like, damn, like I would start questioning myself. And you need to understand that everyone takes losses, no matter how skillful and how good they get. Even now in my trading career, I take losses as well, but understanding that when you do win, you win more than you lose, and over a period of time, as the probabilities play out, you are going to be profitable. Like, the biggest thing for me is 2023 that just passed. The whole of 2023 I was profitable. And so whenever I do have doubts, I can look back at my achievements and be like, you know what, look, you've achieved these things. And it gives you that sort of it puts everything back into reality that, you know what, you are good and you are capable because these are the things you've been able to achieve. And even though you may not be at that point where you've achieved certain things where you can be proud of and look back and be like, you know what, I am a good trader. Like, another big achievement in 2023 was where I made 30k off that XRP pump in 21 days, and just analyzing the charts and telling my parents about it. Look, I've invested in XRP. I think it's going to go up. And when it actually shot up and the P&L float, it was just crazy and a surreal moment to be like, damn, you know what? I can do this. This really is true. You can really make money from trading. And having that experience, that personal experience yourself, really gives you that confidence. So anyways, I feel like I'm waffling right now, but another big thing is the industry. When you look on Instagram, when you look on social media, and you see other people that have made it and that are successful and that are making tens of thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands of pounds, it gives you that FOMO. You feel left out. You feel like, damn, look at all of these people with that lifestyle, and it gives you that sense of urgency to also be at that level instantly. But what you don't see is the years and years of work that they've put behind the scenes, that they may not even been on social media at the time. And sometimes these lifestyles are fake. Like, I'm sorry to say, these lifestyles can be fake and deceiving, and you should be focusing on your goal, the prize you have. So it's really an art to be able to block out all of that noise and all of that lifestyle stuff, and just focus on the prize, focus on that goal you have. And something that I found helpful was to just get a piece of paper and write down the goal you have. So if your end goal could be to become a consistently profitable trader, for example, and then have a step-by-step plan of exactly what you need to do to reach that goal, and anything else that comes in the way, any other psychological issues that you may have that come in the way, you just want to block that out. For example, when you feel like, oh, you're not good enough, or you feel like you'll never make it, just refer back to that plan and be like, you know what, if I follow this plan step by step, there's gonna come a time where I become better. Like there has to be a time where I become better, and with time, with experience, with wisdom, you feel like you've seen an improvement, and that will definitely encourage you. And especially when you start getting some wins under your belt and you start making a bit of profit, even though it might not be a lot. These are small little boosters of encouragement that will help you keep going. And I think it's very important to withdraw some of your profits and to buy something as a testament to the fact that you've achieved it. Like for example, my setup over here, which I'm sure you guys have seen, I've bought everything over here through my trading. And so whenever I wake up and I see my setup, it's like it's a testament to the fact that I've made money through my trading, and it's a sense of encouragement to keep going and to able to aspire for more. And so before I wrap up this video, I do want to give you guys some helpful tips to kind of encourage you to keep going. And I guess the first thing I would tell you guys is to, like I said, make a plan, make a step-by-step plan of how you're going to achieve your goal, because a lot of people have goals but very few have a step-by-step vigorous process on how to achieve that goal in detail. Once you have that, you want to then proceed to follow that goal and have like quarterly reviews to see how you're getting on, if you need to tweak anything. And having that sort of that step-by-step plan really focuses your mind onto that one objective that you're trying to achieve, and doesn't let external factors and external noises influence what you're trying to achieve in your life. The second thing I would encourage you guys to do, and I think that was the turning point for me especially, was to journal your trades. You don't understand how important data is. Having loads and loads of data which you can analyze and go through exactly will help you out a lot. Like for example, I've shared a lot on my YouTube videos as well. I've journaled the whole of 2023 and a lot of 2022, and journaling really helps a lot because you can then look back at all of your trades. Like I can go back to 2023 and look back at exactly the times I've entered the trades, and I can then use this data to filter out the most profitable times to trade. And then I can also filter out the most profitable days to trade. I can then look at how much drawdown I'll go into when I take a trade. Do I need to adjust my stop loss? I can then look at where exactly I'm placing my TP. Does my TP needs to be adjusted? How much profit am I floating? Do I close out early? Like all of these, like there's so many data points that you can look at to reference and improve and tweak your strategy to make it more profitable, to make it more accurate, to increase your RR. So journaling is very important, and I think everyone should journal no matter wherever you are in your trading journey. Now the last tip that I'll give you guys is to talk to other people about your trading and how you feel, and having that sort of therapist. Now it's very helpful to have other trading friends that also can relate to you and you guys can talk to one another about, but I do understand that a lot of you may not have that. So the alternative that I'll give you is just to write your feelings down on a piece of paper, like another emotional type of journal, like a psychological journal, where you just talk about how you feel and how taking that loss or taking that win made you feel, and just expressing that on a piece of paper can really help you put all your thoughts down and just organize exactly how you feel. And it can definitely be very, very beneficial, and that's something that I used to do. But I am grateful that I do have a couple trading friends that I can just talk to about all of this, and it definitely is very encouraging. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys could relate to me. I hope this was a sense of motivation, a sense of encouragement to keep on going. And if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to comment, subscribe, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time.